So season 2, episode 7 of Ash vs. Evil Dead was an odd episode because it sort of took a break from what we normally see on Ash vs. Evil Dead as Ash wakes up in an asylum and sort of this doctor is trying to convince him that he went crazy and killed Dr. Peacock, who's actually bald, tries to convince him that he's gone crazy, that he actually murdered people, and he uses this illusion to try to get him to think that way. And it was a really good episode because we got to see Bruce sort of play this vulnerable Ash that we hadn't seen. And surprisingly, there wasn't a lot of humor in this episode. The humor that was there was definitely funny with the puppet, but at the same time, there wasn't quite as much humor as a normal episode. But this episode didn't need it because it just had that sort of mood where it was basically trying to show how Ash went from this, badass killing machine, Deadite killing machine, the previous episode, to this broken guy who thinks he murdered people in a cabin 30 years ago and murdered a couple other people on the way. So it's really cool to see Ball break him and see sort of the other people in different roles, as Ruby was, of course, the nurse, and as Chet was still alive at one point, and Kelly was one of the crazy people, and Pablo was sort of the security. It was just a fun episode, fun overall because it was different, and it was just a nice break from the usual. And considering last episode was awesome, I just think it was a nice way to follow up that episode because this episode's awesome from a different perspective. It's awesome for a different reason, and that is that it's different than what we've seen. And it was sort of a callback in a way to, I think, the earlier movies, just the feeling behind this episode and everything. But I really like Delusion. So I'd have to give it about an 8.5 out of 10. I hope you've enjoyed this review for Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2, Episode 7. Remember to go check out that episode, subscribe to Stars. It's a wonderful show, and you'll love it, especially if you like the original Evil Dead trilogy. Remember to like and subscribe for more Ash vs. Evil Dead content. This has been Jonesy from Joneser TV, signing off.